What's up, BookTube? We're back again. Uh, been a while. Actually, it's not. It's been days, a week to be exact. But today, I have decided I have multiple books that I'm trying to finish up, and I'm like a third of the way through one, a half of the way through another, and another one is probably about a little over a third. And I'm tired of messing with all three of them, so this video, we are going to do a reading vlog with all three. And that way I can actually knock them out and be done and get to move on. Because one of them is a trilogy, another one is I think it's a standalone. And the last one is a 10-book series. One that I've been wanting to start for at least a year, and I keep saying maybe January, and couldn't hold it off any longer. So I don't want to give away anything on it yet, but let's just say it's big and epic, huge. But yeah, so without further ado, the first book that we are going to finish together in this series that I've been dying to read forever, trilogy, female author, the great Fonda Lee, Jade City. I've been wanting to read this for a long time, and I have been reading it for uh, a week, I guess, something like that. Just randomly picked it up. Actually, the reason I picked it up was because I wanted to see if I wanted to purchase the special Orbit Gold Edition. I think they're leather bound hardcovers, or faux leather, so I don't know. But anyways, I got those in because I read this. Um, I think halfway through it. 278 is what page I'm on, and it's under 500, right under it. So yeah, smidge over halfway through. Jade City, if you don't know, urban fantasy, mafia inspired, um, with a little bit of magic, I guess, sorta more urbany magic fantasy. But this book's crazy. It's so good. Really enjoying it so far. I would say, well, I like to say flying through, but I mean, I've been on it for about a week, taking my time. But it's pretty fast paced. A lot of political stuff in it, on like the war between two factions, trying to who is gonna kind of run things around town, if you'd say. This one kind of has I guess it's a multiple POV because there's basically three siblings, two brothers and a sister. One brother is the pillar, is what he is called, which basically kind of runs the whole clan. And then the brother, his younger brother, is the, oh geez, now I'm blanking. I want to call him the Hammer, but I don't think that's right. Anyway, he's something. I'd have to go back and find it. Anyways, I don't remember what he is called, but he is got or like the fist of the group. And then the sister just don't really want to be a part of anything, to be honest, and is been out of town for a while and comes back in. They're debating. I think her brothers want her to be a part of everything, and she doesn't seem to want to. And then they end up, this faction kidnaps their cousin, and things kind of go wrong from there. It's kind of like the sister's getting sucked back in a way, and but I don't know if she realizes it. Maybe she does. I'm not really sure. But it's really good. Basically, the whole premise of it is whoever that controls Jade kind of controls everything. And if you don't have Jade, then you basically are kind of like worthless, sort of. I mean, you're not, but they are like, definitely. If you don't have Jade, you're like a second class citizen. Because they're like all powerful, pretty much. I mean, they're like super fast, super strong. More Jade you have, the more power you have, and then people can get like, oh, what is it? They call it something where it's like a jade fever. Maybe that's what it is. To where if you don't have any and you touch it for the first time, it makes you want more. But at the same time, not everybody can handle jade, so it drives them crazy, and they get this. If you end up getting too much, they get this thing called the itch, and basically you go crazy. You start scratching yourself and just go nuts with it. But it's super cool, and if you like mafia anything on it, you will really really like Jade City. I think you so far I'm absolutely loving it. So yeah, so let's continue reading this. This vlog is going to be over multiple days because these other two books that I have are really good, and they're pretty big too. I mean, they're all over. Well, this one's over there's 500 ish pages. The other one's at least 500, and another one's pretty close. So, let's say, come along for the ride and let's have some fun. And first off, let's finish Jade City. 390 pages in. Um, this book's crazy. Absolutely love it. I've got, I think, 105 pages left. I'll set that there on the table. It is so good. If you like or if you've ever seen the Godfather movies, reminds me a whole lot of them. I haven't seen them in years and years, but it's so good. There's so much backstabbing and political maneuverings between these two clans that are going on. I mean, you've got, you know, a main character gets killed halfway through this book, which I never saw coming. Wasn't expecting that. I mean, this book is so good. Like, so yeah, you've got these two factions. They're fighting over territory. Things are happening behind each other's back. You've got people backstabbing, the clans, and they don't know it, but there's people looking for them, trying to figure out how, like, this one group is going behind the other group's back, and like people are betraying like close friends that you would think wouldn't happen. Then you've got this awesome like backdrop of obviously the jade, where people are getting these jade crystals, and the more you hold, the more powerful you become. And then you can only hold so much, apparently, by what I'm gathering so far. And it's pretty wild. Really, really enjoying it. Should be able to knock this out tomorrow because I think I said, what, 105 pages left or something. So it's great. I mean, and I'm just like the best, I'm assuming, yet to come. Like, I'm waiting on this crazy giant battle in the end on what all goes down. I could be totally wrong. But it's a trilogy, who knows? But so far, this book is phenomenal and would highly recommend. So that's all I got. I might read a little bit more tonight, but it probably won't be much. But we'll see. Other than that, y'all have a good evening. All right, folks, I'm back. It's been a couple of days, and I finished Jade City. I'm sorry for the loud noise. I am actually on the side of the road right now taking my break for work. Just wanted to say that this book was absolutely incredible. I loved it. The ending, let's see, I think I had like a little over 100 pages left whenever I got done talking with y'all before. It's so good. If you enjoy, like I'd said before, mafia type movies like The Godfather, um, The Departed, stuff like that, like it is awesome. I mean, especially like you throw that in with a little magic system, which there's not a ton, but I mean, obviously it's got it in it. Jade, of course. But just what all they do, like the rivalry with the clans. You've got No Peak, of course, who is like the main clan in it. Then you have the Mountain Clan, and it's just great. I mean, I would highly recommend this book. Of course, I mean it's so good. As far as star rating wise, for a first book, I think it's pretty high. Like I'm gonna say, before I do say this, I think my way that I do this, as far as rating books and stuff, I think I'm going to be a little more critical of things now. Like I've read quite a few books, I would say, and I don't know. I feel like I need to be where everything's not a 5-star read. Like it's not, or it's not just terrible and I DNF it. Like there's good books, great books. This right here is definitely upper tier. I'm gonna go with 4.25. Excellent start. Can't wait to see where this series goes because I know there's the other two books, Jade War, Jade Legacy. Supposedly, um, Jade Legacy might actually be better. Not really sure. Like it's supposed to be the peak. Like one of the next two are actually supposed to be better in Jade City, and I thought Jade City was very good. Obviously, 4.25. Um, Other than that, that's really all I got. I would definitely recommend you reading it. I mean, it's very good. But yeah, once I get back home, we will be picking out the next book that I will be reading, or to finish, I guess you could say. I had an idea on what I was going to do, and I probably mentioned it at the beginning on the book I was going to continue to read, but I've actually stopped reading that book because I don't want to start it because I'll just say it's a 10 book series and it's just too big for me to start right now. But I have something in mind that I'm very excited to get to read. So once I get back to the house, which should be tomorrow, I'll get it and we will start cracking that baby open and blazing through it because I've heard it's absolutely amazing too. So that's all I got for now. Other than that, I'll see you in just a bit. The second video in the vlog, what am I saying? The second book in the vlog. I have been just really trying to go over what in the world do I want to read. I had plans for something huge, but I didn't want to start a massive series. So I thought, hey, what's something different? I haven't read an author that I've really been interested in reading. And I decided to go with Shadow of the Gods by John Gwynne. I've not read any of John Gwynne's work, but everything that I've been told is it is very good. And this trilogy is what this is supposed to be really good. Apparently, the next two books may not be as good as book one. I don't know, but by what I understand, every one of them's great. So I'm totally cool with that. I realize what happened kind of in between. I think he lost his daughter, so he took some time off for that. But I'm looking forward to it. It is like a Norris inspired, I think maybe kind of Viking-ish type deal. Not really sure. But one thing I do know just from reading the back And kind of what most people are saying is, I'm probably not going to be able to pronounce any of these names. So, um, it's going to be something. I just hope that it's action packed because I've heard he writes incredible fight scenes. So if that's the case, then I got high hopes. I can deal with names that I can't pronounce and make myself feel stupid because I don't know what anybody's name is. So I will do my best on those, which I'm sure won't go the best, but hey, it is what it is. As long as the story's good and those action scenes are incredible, it'll be all right. So I guess let's get started with Shadow of the Gods. Get this nice sip of coffee. It is early in the morning, and I am rolling along pretty good with the Shadow of the Gods. I am about to start chapter 33. Show you that. You can read it. Looks like 295 pages. It's a little under 500, so 478. So, was that just a smidge under 200 pages left, and then this will be done. Been rolling with it pretty good. It's not bad at all, to say the least. Um, it could be the best book I've ever read with 90% of the names that I don't even know how to pronounce. It's it's something like that. I don't know. It's fast paced, good, good characters. A lot of family stuff involved in this. A lot more than I was expecting. There is one, two. I guess technically there's three main characters. There for a while, I thought there's only two. The two main ones I would say are, I think it's Varg is how you say the first one, and he's basically running from he. This is all basically at the very beginning. He killed somebody, apparently pretty high up, and he's running from his son who's after him, and this guy's like super high up in some sort of hierarchy. But he killed him, and his son's chasing after him, and so he's running for some help, trying to find something. Ends up getting into a fight with. While he's asking for help, he ends up getting into a fight in a like a fighting round type deal with one of the Bloodsworn, and ends up getting beat pretty good. But he like bites his ankle like two or three times, like bad, makes him bleed. It's that's kind of a funny fight scene. Like, then he gets completely knocked out for like multiple days. It's crazy. He wakes up and tries to escape, gets out, and then he gets caught by the guy that's after him that Varg killed his dad, and then nearly gets killed by him. But then the Bloodsworn um, save him, and then he joins the Bloodsworn. Now the Bloodsworn are, by what I gather, are people that are, I guess, a group that are like a mercenaries that basically will kill anything. Don't matter who you are, as long as the money's good, they'll kill monsters, they'll kill people, they'll put political sways on things. On you need stuff to go your way, pay them. It happens, and I kind of think I don't know if they actually have special abilities or powers, but there's a couple of scenes that I've watched that kind of makes it feel like, or watched, read, that kind of makes it feel like they do. So I'm not really sure about that. We'll see. The other one is Orca. Her husband, her son go and they're trying to find this couple that went missing, and they end up finding them dead, basically torn to shreds. Don't really know what happened. Long story short, stuff happens. Her son goes to they go to sleep one night after they're out searching, and they wake up in the middle of the night. Their son's gone, so they go outside and look for him. And I think he rescues. I can't remember what they call it. I think it starts with a V, but it's almost like a dragon, maybe, but it's like got human, like they can hear each other talk, or he talks to them, or then he rescues them. And then next thing you know, her dad or her husband dies, gets killed, her son gets taken, and then this creature is basically following her around. So she's out for vengeance, to say the least. There's a lot, like I said, found family in this. Fight scenes are really good. They're fast paced. Like I've read a bunch, and that's what I've always heard about John Quinn is like his fight scenes are very good, and they are. And when it's time to go down, it goes down. I mean, I was super impressed. And there hasn't been any big battles yet. There's been like three, maybe four of smaller battles or fight scenes, I guess you would say, that are really good. Bunch of different monsters in this. Like I said, there's it may not be a dragon. It's called something weird. But there's trolls that's in this, like huge ones that are like super hard to kill. Giant sea monster serpent type things. There's these worms that, like when you're sleeping at night, they crawl over you and basically won't let you up, while others basically consume you and enter any orifice you have. If you say can kill you like that. This other group of people, Elvar, that's the other, I guess, third main point of view, who is a woman that is part of some other group. She is the daughter of somebody really high up. I don't know, like a king or something. And so now she's in, like, he tries to get her to come back to him, but she doesn't. So she stays with the group she's with, trying to make a name for herself. But they're out and they catch this guy whenever they're fighting. This guy's fighting a giant orc that is with his wife and daughter, or wife and son. Basically, might have, like, they get his wife and daughter or son after they kill the orc, and is like holding them at sword, knife point, sword point. They no gun, so whatever you want to call it. And is like, show yourself. And he's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, show yourself. And apparently, he has got the blood of a dead god in him. I think his name is Becca Bjornsson, something like that. I think he's got the god Bursa, the Berserker, maybe in his blood. So don't really know what that's about. They've got him captured right now, so I don't know what's going to go down with him. But just the one scene right there that was super intense on, like, you're not going to kill him, like he doesn't want this guy to kill his son, so he has to show himself a little, and he's like, gets mad. It's looking pretty good so far. But I am, like I said, less than 200 pages left, so I should be able to knock this out within the next 2 days. Should be done. And then we have another book to do that I am looking forward to reading. I've got it from my buddy for, I think, 2 months now. So I've got to get it finished up. And it's a good one. So once I knock this out, I'll come back and we'll talk about the ending of Shadow of the Gods and go from there. All right, folks. I finished Shadow of the Gods. I'm almost disappointed, which kind of hurts my feelings. I had major, major high hopes. And then whenever I come on to y'all earlier, I thought it was going to be the best book that I had ever read where I couldn't pronounce 90% of the names. And I don't know, it just didn't didn't really work for me for some reason. I don't know why. I was just expecting so much. I liked a few of the characters, but it's almost like the whole middle of the book nearly dragged on too long. And the book's not huge. I don't even think it's 500 pages. So I really was expecting just a really fast-paced book. The action scenes, fight scenes, whatever, were amazing. Those are great. I really like the beginning. I really like the end. But that middle just really bogged it down for me. I had high hopes. Leaves you on pretty much a cliffhanger, which I mean, it's expected. It's a trilogy. So I don't know. It's just hard. Like I wanted to love this book so much, and I guess I'm gonna probably give it. I'm gonna say 3.5, just because. Like I mean, if it wasn't for the beginning and end, which I know that's kind of funny to think, but where they were both so good, with everything happening with the characters, you got people that are lost, people are going for revenge. You meet some pretty crazy creatures, and the ending's really good. Let me say that cliffhanger is not bad. I will give it that. And I've got book two, and I'll probably read book two, just to see. But I actually had book three on my way with Amazon, and I was like, I'm gonna have to let it go back because if book two's not that good, I'm not gonna read book three because the rule and everything I've seen on it's book three, a lot of people think it's the worst. So that could be a problem. So I will try out book two, and if it ain't hitting in the first probably 100 pages, I'm gonna probably be out. So hopefully it will. We will see. So Shadow of the Gods, 3.5. I feel like that's fair. All right, then the final book that I will be reading in this vlog that I've already started as well is none other than Dark Matter. Whew, I am 108 pages in, about to start chapter 6. You can see that chapter 6. Now, this book, oh yeah. Oh, that won't even fit. There we go. Probably blend into my background right there. But, anyways, Dark Matter, this sucker's good. That's all I can say. It is so different than everything else I've ever read. I am loving this book. It's quick paced as well, which is what I really like to see. But there's always something going on because you've got the main character who is out to like living a normal life, him and his wife and his son, and gets basically kind of abducted, coming home from a party, sort of, and wakes up and he's in a alternate world from where he's what he thinks is from or where he's from, where his wife is not his wife. Like she went on, like basically she used to be or was about to be a famous like painter or artist, however you want to say it. And turns out in the world that he's from, she abandons it. He was going to be like this incredible scientist, and he abandons it basically, and they end up having a baby, get married, and he becomes he's a professor at a college, and she, I guess, basically a stay-at-home mom. And they live a happy life and all that. But then this happens, and everything, the world gets turned upside down. They're not married. She's a famous artist, painter, whatever, and he has basically won a major, major, uh, almost like a Nobel Peace Prize, but it's Pulitzer something. I forgot what it is. It's some major award for his work, and so he's like super famous, but he's freaking out because nobody knows, or nobody is like what his world is from. So he's trying to figure it out, what's going on. He's met where I'm at now. He has met his wife, who, well, was his wife in the other life, but in this one is not. And they're talking and discussing things on what was going on. At the same time, while he's trying to figure out what's up, he's got people chasing him, and who knows what's going to happen from there. I don't have a clue. But overall, this book is amazing so far. So, anyways, not that many. I mean, I'm a third of the way through, I guess. Yeah, almost halfway if you can see that little crease. So it's going good. I love it. And we will see. So I'll get back to you once I know where I'm at and how far I'm reading and what all happens. All right, that's all I got. Catch you after, I don't know, a montage. Let's roll. Ladies and gentlemen, we are done with Dark Matter. This book is absolutely fantastic. Everything about it is just amazing. I don't know what to say. I mean, it's so good. It is intense. The main character, Jason, just doing everything he can to try to get back to his wife and his kid, Charlie. Daniela, his wife, is thinks he's still there when he's not. The other Jason is. And he gets swept into a whole nother world, and then he's trying to find his way back through the multiverse, which is just crazy in general. And then goes to all these different places, and some are horrific, some are just everybody's out to kill him. And then he finally makes it back to his world, and then crazy stuff pursues from there. The ending is awesome, super intense. I mean, I'm talking like chills on my arm, like, holy cow, is he going to make it out alive type deal. Blew my mind. I loved this book. I cannot wait to read. I think, is it Incursion? I think it's Incursion's what it's called, is another one of his. I can't wait to read it because this right here, oh, chef's kiss on just amazing thriller book. I mean, it is by far the best one I've ever read of anything, and thriller wise, because I hadn't read a ton of stuff, but that I feel like that's one of the goats right there. It's so good. I mean, you will absolutely love it. I highly suggest reading this thing. Ratings wise, this dang near is probably a 5-star read to me. Like, I loved it. Like, I need more Blake Crouch without question. I mean, he is amazing. So that is the 3 books that we have read over the past few days to try to finish up, and I had a really good time. I enjoyed 2 of the 3. So, hey, that's not too bad. Two, as Meatloaf would say, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. But anyways, that's all I got. Let me know what you're reading in the comments below, and if you would, like the video and subscribe to the channel. But other than that, God bless.